Hello again. Some people get awfully worked up about this channel, and there is a small group of people who report every single video which appears on it to YouTube as constituting hate crime. This has been going on now for more than 2 years, and yet the last video which I had removed was in 2021, and that one was for supposed medical misinformation relating to COVID-19. In other words, not one video has been found by YouTube to be hate speech, despite these regular antics. I find this interesting, although some of those making such complaints seem to be permanently angry about it. Although there is no hate speech in my videos, there is sometimes some in the comments here. For example, every day some people comment here with the sole purpose of blaming the Jews for every misfortune which has befallen European civilization since the Middle Ages. Critics of this channel sometimes assert that because I do not respond to every such comment and announce my horror and disgust at the views being expressed, this must mean that I am secretly a Nazi sympathiser. I find this unlikely. It is simply that I do not feel called upon to engage with or debate people with whom I disagree strongly or who I think are wrong-headed. If somebody says in a comment here that the earth is flat and I ignore this, that does not of course mean that I am a covert believer in the idea of a flat earth. That would be a silly conclusion to draw from my silence on such a topic. In just the same way, if somebody comments here saying that such and such a group should be harmed or assaulted, and I do not respond, it does not mean at all that I agree with that opinion. Why would it? People are free to speak their minds here, and statistically it is inevitable in a free forum such as this that some people will advocate hatred or violence. I can safely leave it to YouTube to deal with anything which oversteps the mark. I think the difficulty is that quite a few left-wingers are in the habit of hurling abuse at anybody with whom they do not wholeheartedly agree, and find it utterly incomprehensible that somebody could hear or read something which he thought mistaken or unpleasant and not speak out and try to shout that person down. I do not feel that way, and I never have done. I'm able to listen to and read material which I might find deeply offensive without needing to jump up and shout. In the same way, I can listen to or read stuff with which I agree without applauding or shouting "hear, hear." I can't help noticing that those who dislike this channel have more to say about the comments here than they do about what I actually say, and the main objection does seem to be that other people make comments here which I ignore. I have explained before that I do not moderate comments here, and anybody can say what they please, providing always that YouTube lets them get away with it, and that this freedom does rather attract people who are either blocked from other places or whose comments are deleted elsewhere. This accounts for those who peddle anti-Semitic conspiracy theories in the comments here. They know that other channels are likely to drive them away. So let me make it quite clear that I do not agree with everything said in the comments on this channel. I find some of it grossly offensive, and there are also comments which I regard as raving lunacy. I do not feel obliged to single out anybody commenting here for my disapprobation. But that doesn't mean that I agree with everything said. Another suggestion is that those making offensive comments are doing so because of what I say in the videos, but that too is untrue. I make videos about quite neutral subjects, but that doesn't stop people posting comments such as open borders for Israel or blaming the Jews for everything wrong in the world. Those people will do this regardless of what I say, and the same applies to those who urge violence and discrimination against some group or other.